You ready for today's dog walk? It's time. Let's get going. Gear up. Nice bright sunny day. We just came from Perkins Tower, but there's no hiking trails open there. Everything, you can drive in now, but absolutely not even the stairs are open. So basically we came back. We're going to explore this a little further now, the Silver Mine loop around the lake. It's already taken off. This is a 6-mile hike around the lake. Let's see how much damage is in here. Everything else looks like it's been pretty much, the hiking trails look pretty bad over there. I already filmed that one. So let's go around the loop and see what's up with that today. Still a lot of water and mud in here. So it's definitely going to be muddy and wet in here. Let's see how much destruction's here. If I got time, I'll check the picnic area too. See what's up with that. We're just entering on the hiking trail here, and you can see a big tree snapped. And it's going right across the beginning part of the hiking trail. Yeah, I get the point here because I seen the other hiking trail, which is totally gorged out now. So let's see. This will be kind of interesting to do this whole loop today. See what we find. Good. This will be a nice walk for you today. Nice dog walk. We're going to analyze this hiking trail around the whole loop around the Silver Mine Lake. See how much damage we find when we get up to the top of the mountain. We're still at the beginning of the trail here. There's a lot of wet mud, and the mud is slippery. So you slide on it worse than the snow. So you have to tread slowly. See your swimming area. You can go in and swim a little bit now. Nice warm day, about 73. It's about 6 miles, maybe 6.5 miles around this lake. So it should be a nice little dog walk for today. Kundalini's got a lot of energy, so it's going to be fine. And she can go swimming. The trees snapped, came down. A lot of mud. It's like the Zambezi swamp in here. But it's still doable, so we'll be able to handle this. So far, I don't see any great damage. She's heading to the water now. She sees it. There you go. We're going to go nice and slow so we can take a lot of videos. We got to get some pictures of you, but we'll let you play around a little bit so you can loosen up because you didn't do so good with the posing yesterday. This part of the trail seems to be fine. Well, this is higher up. It's higher elevation, so I don't think the water's going to do any damage here. It's just going to roll off. Kundalini's already rolling down there. You rolling around? Atta girlie. Good girl. Yeah. Hey, good Mino. Atta good Palomino. Up, sit. All right, that's a good girl. You're doing better today. Okay, let's go. Part of the trail looks perfectly fine. I only see some wet, slippery mud on the way in. That's about it so far. Got your own little island. That's cool. Good girl. There you go. Atta girlie. Nice 4 colors. They're starting to change pretty quick over here. It's going to be real pretty when the colors come out. Another week or so should be really beautiful here. It's time. We have to get going. It's a long hike. You can go swimming over here more. Atta girl. That's a good girlie. Yeah. Better sit. It fell. Blocked the trail. Looks like the rangers cut it in half. Another big one that goes all the way up to the right. So we have a lot of fallen trees, which is understandable with all this mud. Hit water. Over here I suspect it's going to be like a swamp. Lots of water. Cupcake can go right through the water though. She don't care. Be careful when there's giant anacondas. The trail looks fine. The elevation's a little higher here. Wherever there's low elevation, there's lots of water. I suspect over here it's going to be pretty slippery and muddy when we get around here. Be interesting to see what the trek up the mountainside is like. We're not going to go up that way. We're going to go a different way. On the other side, you can see colors, the change of colors in the trees. It's starting over here pretty quick. I'd give it another week or so, and this is going to be really pretty here. I want you to stay cool, because we're going to go around the whole 6-mile hike today. So we can film and see if there's any damage up there. That's the most important thing. And you're part of the mission. You're definitely part of the mission. You're the superhero dog. Colors here. Some yellow coming over there. It's going to need at least another week. And then everything should be really pretty back here. This part of the trail doesn't look really that bad at all. It's muddy and wet, but not real bad. Now we're in the area where 90% of the trail is under water because the water's still coming out of the mountains. And the mud is real slippery when you step on it. You slide here, but when you get there where you're starting to elevate up again, it's nice and dry. And you can see the leaves are turning colors. It's nice and pretty. Beautiful. A damage on this hiking trail so far. So the reason it was shut down for 3 months was probably the road out there that was washed away. And the bottom of the other hiking trail where the gorge got carved out of the mountain. But here it's really not that bad yet. I don't see anything that's substantially damaged. Look at all the mud. You're like an old mule that's been walking through the mud. Wow, there's a lot of mud back there. I was sinking in it. It was like quicksand. My boots were stuck in the mud. Pretty loud back there. I can hear a lot of water coming out of the mountains back there. This will be kind of cool when we get there. It's pretty loud, so it's going to be a lot of raging rivers back there coming from the mountaintop. 3 months or a little over 3 months before they open this hiking trail up, so everything's overgrown with high grass and stuff now. Lots of mud, slippery rocks. Yeah, it's been over 3 months, so this hiking trail is really overgrown with high weeds, high grass. And you can hear that water coming out of the mountains. It's pretty powerful. This is part of the hiking trail. Last time I was here, this was totally dry, bone dry. Now it's got like a river going through it. You can see it's coming out of the mountains, lots of water. We're going to be going up to higher elevation, so that's going to get us away from this. Thank God, because my boots are already soaking wet from being sucked into the mud. That's part of the hiking trail. Real slippery. The rocks are covered with a slimy material from the rain and the mud, and you just step on them and slide. So you have to go slower or else you're going to fall and get hurt. Part of the hiking trail is perfectly fine. No damage at all. So I don't see why this was well, I guess it was shut because of the highway down there being flooded out. It wiped the highway. The highway you come into Silver Mine, totally wiped out. They had to replace the whole part of that highway there. Come on, Ma. We gotta make it to the other side. It's getting late. There you go. Good girl. Go up the trail here to the left to check out that water, that stream. Water there. Last time I came here 3 months ago, totally dried up. Now you got plenty of water. You gotta go in and cool down. Get that mud off you. You're all covered with mud. This is nice and deep here. It's nice and cold. Cool you down a little bit. Good girl. Now you get nice and cool and get that mud off your legs. Get cleaned up a little bit. You were pretty bad with the mud. You okay in there? Watch out for them giant anacondas. They come up from underneath. They'll be wrapping around you. They coil. Nick Coyle, that's it. The show is over. Looks like the water from the storm kind of dug out some gorges here, but nothing like the other hiking trail that you can't get to the top anymore. This is minimal. It's not even a big deal. Looks like the water brought down a lot of rocks from the top. So it kind of restructured the hiking trail here a little bit. Still not that big of a deal. Yeah, you can see where the water came out of the mountain to the left there. And then to the right is the hiking trail, so that'll be fine. It's only just a short period here that it's rocky and dug out like a gorge. That's obviously where the water came from the mountain. That's the nuts coming out of the tree. They're falling out now. Making loud noises when they hit the ground. Hear them? A lot of nuts are falling, so we're going to get an early winter. Part of the trail, that steep climb to the top of the mountain, seems to be perfectly fine. I don't see just some water and some mud. We're at the top now. We went up pretty fast just to check out our endurance. Mine was pretty bad, but I made it non-stop pretty fast. Did lose a little endurance though. It's been over 3 months since I'm able to do this. I used to be able to go up faster, plus go up the other hill at the same time. Today I can't do that. Now, the climb up was pretty fast. A lot of loose rocks, a lot of mud, slippery rocks, a lot of loose rocks washed down with the storm. Some gorges, but overall no change. Trail goes through those rocks, the white trail, or yellow trail rather. No, actually it's the white trail now. Switches to the white trail. But we're going to go this way, the old path. I'm used to that. I'd rather go that way. So the storm really didn't do any substantial damage here. This trail is the same. A little bit, eroded. All the way to the top. We have to get around this thing now. It's getting late. We gotta hurry up. It's late. This trail didn't change at all. Just minimal change, that's it. Storm didn't affect this trail. Didn't slow down the mosquitoes either. They're worse than ever today. Come on, Ma. It's hot. We have to get back so you can go swimming. You're hot now. Damage up there. A tree came down on the trail. Not a big deal. Did good, bud. We're going to take a little break up here because you're really hot. A trail with green markers. That's pretty cool. This is the first time in about 3.5 months we've done this hike, so we're a little bit out of shape now, so we have to kind of get back in shape. Once we get back in shape, this will be a piece of cake. We just keep doing this kind of thing. Now they're starting to open up the hiking trails a little bit here and there, so we can get back on them again. Part of the trail where we're going to start to go down, descend down a little bit, so that's good. We're making pretty good headway for not doing this in 3.5 months. But still, we're a little bit out of shape because we've been sitting around and watching cartoons and TV and just not being able to do this kind of thing because all the hiking trails were closed due to this storm. So now we'll just slowly do this stuff a couple times a week and get back in shape. And that's definitely going to be the drill here. Heading down now. Quicker we get down this part, we can see my shadow, the Sandman in there. Quicker we get down, the quicker we get you back in that water and you're going to cool down. So keep moving now. This is the military. Headway, and turns out this storm did not do any damage to this hiking trail at all. Not like the one that I go up on the ski slope part. That's totally destroyed. We're almost to Pellucidar now. Once we get to Pellucidar, we'll be close to the water. You can swim. Pellucidar now. I see the green arrow that somebody put on the tree branch over there, or the log. Somebody's marking the path here. Yeah, somebody's marking the trail. That's pretty cool. But the trail's pretty good. There's no damage to this trail at all. You don't really even need to mark it. They're coming down here. It's almost like winter's on its way now. In good speed. Once we get down here and go left, we're going to be close to getting to that water. You can get in there and cool down. I don't blame you, it's pretty hot right now. The trees starting to change colors for sure. And the hiking trail, perfectly fine. The only hiking trail ruined is the one going up the ski slope on the high side, which I like to do for training. That's totally ruined. That's gorged out. Everything else is perfectly fine around here. I don't know why it was closed down for 3 months, but it was. You're going to be going into racing speed soon, because we're going to be getting close to the water. But you see something over there. I know, I see you looking. You're on a mission. This is the military. We're heading down the lower terrain now. I hear water. There's still a lot of water coming out of the mountain somewhere around here. It's normally dried up around here, though. I'm surprised. There, I hear it. It's a mountain stream. That's good. We're going to go to the left, though. Looks like this road got a little bit washed out here. I see a lot of rocks and stones here. This wasn't like this. So this part got damaged a little bit. So we'll see as we go down this. Rockier now. But we can deal with that. The yellow brick road. We got to find the wizard. A whole mess of trees down on the hiking trail. That don't surprise me with all the rain. The soil's so muddy and loose. A little wind blows them right down. We can chop that up for firewood. Left a big stream down here. Hey, when I used to hike here a long time ago, the stream was here. 3 months ago when I hiked, there was no stream. So everything's back to normal here now. Plenty of water. Plenty of water to spare, actually. Kundalini, you made the water. God, atta girlie. Good girl. On the other side now of the lake, we hiked over the ridge of the mountain. Clearly no damage at all to this hiking trail. So that storm didn't do anything to this. Not like the ski slope. That's totally ruined on the top. Kundalini found another water hole. That's a good one, bud. That's nice. See, now you're nice and cool and you get all that mud off you. You had a lot of mud. From the quicksand pit on the other side. Good girl. Now you're nice. You enjoy that. Cool down a little bit, then we'll get back to the car and we'll call it a day. It was a nice dog walk. Good today. It's a nice dog walk. You did really good. I'm proud of you. Your pictures are better today too. That's a good girl. We're finally to the bridge. We're going to head up to the road. Bridge is covered in debris, so that storm clearly had the water over that bridge and flooded out the highway over there. Debris on that bridge. The bridge is broken apart in the middle and it's rotted away now, so you can fall right through the bridge into the stream. So it's kind of dangerous now. You have to be really careful when you cross that. All right, we're almost to the road, so when you get there, you gotta stay. We're almost to the road. Then you gotta sit and stay. No, it's not safe on that road. They drive too fast, so you gotta wait for me. Hear the cars? They're coming now. Dangerous. Now you gotta stay till I get there, and then I'm gonna clip you, because they drive fast on that road. And then that's the end of today's dog walk. We'll try to get some music when we get back, if we get lucky. This is the end of today's dog video. Time!